up, guys? Welcome to another Madden NFL 17 player ratings and team projection. And today we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. But first, let's take care of logistics. Big shout out to all of those who stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. But big shout out to these guys right here who earned themselves into a free drawing. A drawing for a free copy of Madden NFL 17. How do you get your shot? All you have to do is stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment in the comment section below about these Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm going to pick a couple of names to be put into a drawing for a free copy of Madden NFL 17. We are less than a month away. August 23rd is right around the corner. But I'm going to get you ready. And a lot of leagues right now are starting to pick teams for their Madden NFL 17 CFM. So this is a great chance, especially if you have one of those top picks. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars should be in consideration. They're a young team that have a boatload of talent that is able, if you're good enough, you're going to be able to compete right away, but you're also going to be able to build this team and have some pretty good superstars in a couple of years. They only lost really Chris Clemens as far as I'm concerned. They picked up Chris Ivory and Tashawn Gibson and Malik Jackson. I really like the Chris Ivory pick. It gives them a big bruising back, gives them another weapon, especially in third and short situations. And they got some young talent in the draft. They drafted Jalen Ramsey, who's a good rookie DB, Miles Jack, Yannick, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Gaku, defensive end, and Sheldon Day, defensive tackle. So they have some young talent. And I actually think it's going to be hard for you to figure out who you want to focus your game planning on when Madden 17 CFM comes around if you have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I said, there's a bunch of young talent. And, while we're talking about it, let's go ahead and take a look at the ratings for this young talent and see what they have. All right, here we are looking at the rosters for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And as you can see, Allen Robinson, 91. They got Telvin Smith. He's only 24. Allen Robinson's 22. Bortles is 23. So you have some good young players that you could take a look at. And I actually don't think these are the three players that I would focus my game planning on. But as you can see, they're still pretty good at those positions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the quarterback spot. Really no controversy here. Blake Bortles is your dude. He's only in his second year. I think he's in his third year. But anyways, he's actually going to be pretty good for you. You got Chad Henne backing him up and Brandon Allen, who's a rookie. As we take a look at the halfback situation, you have Chris Ivory, but you also have TJ Yeldon, who is a young back. This will be his second year into the league. So you have some options there. I actually would keep Chris Ivory and just develop TJ Yeldon, or you can have it the other way around. You could put TJ Yeldon in your top spot as your top running back and have Chris Ivory just backing him up. They're a good 1-2 punch. But I feel like they're pretty much the same. They're still big backs. So one of the things that I would suggest, especially after the first year, is go get yourself a speed back. Somebody that's going to be a change of pace back. Because both of these guys are bruising backs who like to run in between the tackles. But as you can see with 90 speed, it's going to have enough speed to get around the edges. As we take a look at your wide receiver spots, you have one of the best young wide receiver cores in the league with Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns, Marquise Lee, Demonard Robinson is a wide receiver on this one. But as you can see, 22, 23, 23, those are good young wide receivers. 91 speed for Allen Robinson, 89 for Hurns, and Marquise Lee at 88. They also have some good catching. So when we talk about wide receivers, 95 catching and 90 catching for both the Allen brothers. Again, Allen Robinson could be one of those guys that you take a look at as your focus planning. Also Allen Hurns as well. and maybe even Marquise Lee. Maybe you want a triplets, so you develop Marquise Lee a little bit as well. As we take a look at your tight end spot, you have, Julius Thomas. Doesn't get a lot of pub like he did when he was in Denver, but he still gets it done with 85 speed, 86 overall, and then you still have Mercedes Lewis, who is an older guy, but still is able to get it done and is good in the blocking department. As we take a look at your offensive line for the Jacksonville Jaguars, you got Kelvin Beachum, young guy. You have Bernardo, but I also like this guy too. So he's a little bit younger, so you might want to swap these guys, but see who fits your scheme the best. I mean, if we take a look at run blocking and pass blocking, because those are the two things that you take a look at, as you can see, this guy's a better pass blocker. If we take a look at your center, young center, your right guard, another young right guard, but he's pretty good. And if we take a look at your right tackle, you have a good right tackle in Jokel. So you have some young talent. As we take a look at your defensive end, Malik Jackson is one of the guys that you brought over in free agency. You also have Chris Smith. You also got Michael Bennett. So you have some pretty decent left ends. Right there is your right end. You got Dante Fowler Jr., who I think is one of the guys you definitely want to develop. I mean, I know he's already at 81, but I feel like he's one of the guys you probably need to develop. As we take a look at your defensive tackle spot, you got Audric, but there's some other guys that you might want to put in there as well. So as you can see, a lot of depth at your defensive tackle position, and they're pretty much the same age, and 304, 294. This guy, Roy Miller, the third, is 310. So if you're running a 3-4, you might want to look for somebody who has some better strength. As we take a look at your outside linebackers, you got Telvin Smith, a young guy, pretty good, very good young guy. As we take a look at your middle linebacker, you got Paul Pelusny. I don't know how to say some of these names. It's crazy, but he's good as well. Your right outside linebacker, you have Dan Scooter, also pretty good. As we take a look at your cornerback spot, you've got Prince Amukamara. I would actually move Jalen Ramsey to the #1 spot with his 93 speed. And he's definitely one of the guys that I would develop if I had the Jacksonville Jaguars, your free safety spots. But let's go back to the cornerback spot. Let's go back, and because you have some pieces here, and these guys are all in the mix. But if we go take a look at your, look at man and zone coverage. As you can see, I'd rather have Jalen Ramsey in there just because he's going to be a better man defender. But he also locks it down with 84 zone. So that's pretty good. I think that's better than Prince Amukamara. And of course, we all know if you have put Ramsey in there, he might get better. He might get more opportunities to gain XP. As we take a look at your free safety spot, they brought over Tashawn Gibson in free agency, which added some good young talent. And in your strong safety, you have Jonathan Cypher. So the three guys that I would focus my game planning on is definitely Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, and Dante Fowler Jr. So guys, that's going to do it for your breakdown of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with some more Madden NFL 17 player ratings and team projections. This your dude, Shot Master. I'm out. Peace. Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you check out some more of my videos by clicking some of these videos right here. Do me a favor, stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will check you guys out later.